Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is, the daily reading for Wednesday, the 15th of May, 2019. Flippin' heck! How did that happen? Right, 3-card Major Arcana reading, possibly with some clarifiers, then one from the Swords, one from the Wands, one from the Pentacles, and one from the Cups. And I hope with all my heart that all are well today. There we go. There we go, and one last cut. Right, let's see what we get. World in reverse, Judgment, the Empress in the reverse. Okay. The reason I laughed when that came out was because about 10 minutes ago I started recording a reading, and then the cat came in, and I decided to go and feed him, so I thought I would start again. But in that previous spread, this one was over here. Right. Long silence from Sugar Free. Okay, well we've got continuation today. We've got a sense of continuity, rather than the ending of something and the beginning of something. We're in the middle of something. And it's not time for the fruits of this thing to be picked. They are not ripe. And I see that in the Empress in the reverse here. The fruits are not ripe to be picked from the tree. The season, we're in mid-season of something. And that's what I'm getting from the World in reverse. Sitting in the middle of the reading, we have Judgment card. So I'm just going to take another little moment and work out, because this middle card is always, it's the pivot, it's the fulcrum of the whole read. Right, I would say this is not a day, this is not a reading that indicates a big sort of digging up of stuff from the past. You know, we can only dig up stuff from the past, even if what we find defines our future. When we dig stuff up, it's always from the past. And what we see here in the Judgment card is the past sort of coming back in this rather ghoulish way into the present, at the behest of the blast on the trumpet of the Angel of Judgment. It's all coming up again for review. And, you know, sometimes we don't like what we find when we go digging around in the past. It's not a day for it. This is the veil. The middle card is the veil. The quality of what we don't understand about the situation. This is things as we see them. This is things as they really are. And I've got to say, there's not a whole heap of difference between the World in reverse with that wonderful garland of fruits and the sense of fulfillment and the ending of something and the possibility of moving on to something new. There's not a whole world of difference between that and the Empress in reverse, because she is the quality of fecundity, of fertility, of the fruiting. Not today. And today is just a day to live. I mean, in a sense, every day is just a day to live. But some days there is this quality of learning to be gained, wisdom to be gained through hiking out the drawers of the cabinet of our life and having a good old rootle through them to see what is in there. Because sometimes we forget about things and we've pushed them. We've pushed them, or they've become pushed to the back of the drawer. And there's really something to be gained from hiking it all out and having another look. But not today. Not today. It's simply not worth it. Not today. I'm going to get another one on this. Empress in reverse. Okay, we've got the devil in the reverse. So the devil is about the sort of self-maintained chains inside us that we have to understand in order to release ourselves from. And the key to understanding, embodied in the devil card, is understanding the ways in which the chains that bind us down also keep us safe, or give us the illusion of being kept safe. And once we can find out what the purpose of that illusion is, the chains and the hooks come popping out, and we move into a new understanding. But again, not today. Not today. It's a day for living, and it's a day for enjoying. Really, I mean, this is quite heavy duty energy on the table here. Things as they really are. The fruits in reverse, the examination of the self-imposed imprisonment in the reverse. It's quite heavy, and the fact that it's all in the reverse, it's like, look, just not today, not today. Live and enjoy yourselves. And I mean, we have a movement here from the world in reverse, card 21, the last one of the cycle. And the blockage today is the previous one, card 20, judgment. And again, this is a heavy duty card. This is about, as I say, hiking out all the stuff under the bed and having a look at it. And in the tarot cycle, this has to be gone through before you can access this. But this is in the reverse anyway. I would say this is a day to kick off your shoes and enjoy yourself. Really, it's just like, leave all that shit for another day, because it's just not for today. I want one more here. Okay, well, I'm clearly correct. Justice in the upright. Yeah. Leaving things, yeah, okay. Today is a day for the present. It's a day to be in the now. What's gone is gone. What's to come will come, whatever it is. The better you live today, the better tomorrow will be. Simple as that. It is correct today to live in the present and not go hiking it all up, trying to work out what it all meant. Maybe that's for another day. It was a little bit of that yesterday, wasn't it? Maybe that's for another day. Today is the day in which the balance is achieved, and the peace of mind is achieved by living in the now, because that is all we have. And we don't even have that, because the moment we know we are experiencing a moment, it's gone. And another one's in. Live in the present today. It's the meditative mind today. The power of now today. Okay, we've got the Six of Swords. Maybe it's a departure. And it always is. It's a departure for the human spirit to let go of its interpretations of its own actions in the context of time. Like, I did that in the past, so that means I do this in the present and will do that in the future. This might happen in the future. That means I have to act this way in the present, and that's a reflection on what I did in the past. Oh my God. Let go. And it is a departure, and we're crossing from one side to the other here in the Six of Swords. And that's all we're ever doing, is crossing from one moment to the next, whether we know it or not. And peace of mind, I mean, certainly in my experience through daily meditation, peace of mind, it's extraordinary, is to be found in the pure presence of conscious awareness. When the sense of the self as an object in the world, with a name, with a body, with a history, with a future, with hopes, with fears, with a character, with all these attributes, when that has been transcended through stillness of body, focus on the coming and the going of the breath and on nothing else, and the mind becomes absolutely still, and yet one is fully awake. In that transcendence of past and future, and in that transcendence of self as self as an object in the world, there is not neutrality. It's not a flat line. It's beautiful. It's the most wonderful surprise, and that's why I do it every day. Because sitting in pure presence, in perfect presence, with no thought, is utterly blissful. But takes a bit of practice. That's why they call it a practice. So it's a departure for us to let go of this sense of the past and what might come in the future. Empress in the reverse, will the tree fruit or not? We don't know. We'll find out. But if we spend all our time wondering whether the tree is going to fruit or not, we'll forget to frickin' water it, won't we? Okay, Seven of Wands. Yeah, difficult to let go, isn't it? Difficult to stop fighting. Difficult to stop trying to get things to turn out a certain way. And fretting again over what might be because of what was. Really hard to let that go. I'm seeing these two, I mean, this is a swords card, but he's holding this kind of wand-like thing, and he's holding this wand-like thing. And what we have here is the creation of movement and the creation of crossing from one shore to another. What we have here is the same object being held as a, I mean, is it defensive? Is it aggressive? I mean, he is right up on that elevated spot. Is all this effort necessary? And I would just like to point out also, he is on the edge of a freaking cliff. Is it really, really necessary to fight so hard for happiness when it is absolutely within us in every single moment? Okay, more work. 8 of Pentacles. Well, right, I'm going to come out and say it. I think this reading, for me, and I am the reader, this is about the establishment of a daily habit of bringing one's mind into the present. Because in the present, I found even in the physical pain of sitting in half lotus, which took me years to get to. I started off on a little chair, and bit by bit by bit, I got down to the floor. And I'm in my 50s now. I'm in my mid 50s, and sometimes it hurts. My body hurts. My hip and my knee hurt on one side. However, when I bring my conscious awareness fully into the present moment as it unfolds by focusing on the breath, the pain disappears. And as soon as I realise it's disappeared, it comes back. Oh dear. So this is work. This is work. This is like knocking it out day in, day out. And this is also about not spending time contemplating the backstory and the possible future story of the self today. Live in the present today. 9 of Cups. He looks a bit like he's meditating, doesn't he? But look, he's got all his cups lined up behind him on that wonderful plinth. He is not concerned with what might be stuffed under that curtain. He don't care. It's not his concern today. His well-being consists in sitting comfortably, upright, symmetrically, with the full cups of his happiness arrayed behind him for all to see. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, for anyone who cares to look, to see. I mean, it's not the 10 of Cups. It's not the full full disclosure of the happiness, but I don't think if anyone came into that room, he'd be running around trying to hide anything. He'd be just like, yep, here I am, there's my cups. They'd go, what's behind the curtain? He'd go, never you mind. Never you mind. Not your business, not my business, not today. My business is these wonderful cups. Live in the present. Live in the present, for in the present, there is no problem. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for another reading. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.